The truth is, most people will never be successful. If you do these three things, you will never be successful. So the first one is, what's in it for me? WIIFM. Successful people always ask the same question. How can I assist you? What can I do for you? Unsuccessful people always look for the things that they can get. What's in it for me? Always. No matter what, you're in one of those two camps. You're either in the camp of what's in it for me, or what can I do for you? Successful people do things for free so that they can learn to better themselves so that they can be more successful. Unsuccessful people always look for things that they can take. So successful people are givers and unsuccessful people are takers. I currently have over 300 employees, but over the years I've had thousands that have worked for me. And they either go one of two directions. One is, what's in it for me? And the other is, what can I do for you? I would always rather have the employee that says, I'm out of work, what can I do? I want to keep learning, rather than the person that says, I'm done, it's time to go home. It just depends on who they are. Second one is, successful people do things daily and unsuccessful people do things occasionally. It's a huge difference. So successful people develop systems for themselves, just like a business owner. So a business owner, in order to replicate and continue a business moving forward, has systems, no matter if they're running it themselves or they have staff. So a successful person always has systems for themselves, which requires discipline. Most unsuccessful people are not disciplined, and they don't do things repetitively. They don't have habits or discipline on anything that they're doing, whether it's health, wealth, or whatever. The reality is it all boils down to choices. People have choices. They can do whatever they want. So for me, I run my entire company on 90 minutes a week, every Tuesday from 10 o'clock to 11:30. I also go to the gym on the same days at the same time every week. I also eat very similarly. All of those things I had to change and adapt as I was continually trying to develop routines and systems for my own self, both on a business front and personally. So my experience has been that most successful people are highly routine, have very good habits. They've replaced bad habits with good habits, and they have systems for themselves, both in life and in business. And that's with their relationships, with their food, with their health, everything. So an unsuccessful person does things occasionally, and a successful person does things daily.
If you want me to help you scale your business in 2024 and 2025, be sure and buy the VIP Elite ticket, which you, of course, get the VIP experience. But in addition to that, you're going to get lunch and dinner with RFK Jr. himself, Robert Kiyosaki, myself, and tons of advisors. And we all know we're going to have some tough times this year. So I'm also throwing an additional day for all of you that buy this ticket to do a complete deep dive mastermind on your own business. And the reason we're doing this is because all the proceeds from these tickets, they go to help fund the RFK campaign. I hope to see you guys there.
The third one, and the most obvious, is that your attitude sucks. So most people don't think that their attitude sucks, but everyone else knows that your attitude sucks. So people with bad attitudes hang around with other people with bad attitudes. People with good attitudes do not allow or let anybody in with a bad attitude. While you might feel like you're in a good position, you might have a bad attitude like a lot of other people. The reality is, bad attitudes suck, and nobody's going to save you. Nobody cares because everybody's got their own shit going on. There are some traits with people with bad attitudes. The first one is that they constantly complain. The second one is that they always use the same words. I can't, I'll try. Those are defeating words. Those are not power words. The third one is they're always blaming other people. They're making excuses all the time. They never take accountability for anything that goes wrong with them, or, of course, their situation. And the fourth is they refuse to change and they just don't listen. They're not open-minded, they're very closed-minded. And the fifth and the worst is they talk about other people. This is the worst. So if you find somebody that's talking about other people, they're also talking about you. Just know that. A toxic person or someone with a bad attitude only changes their victims. They never change themselves. A drama is for fools. The wise stay calm. Successful people talk about ideas and they don't talk about people. Successful people read versus watching TV. Successful people forgive versus holding a grudge. Successful people have goals and unsuccessful people typically don't have any goals. And lastly, successful people are typically very grateful, and unsuccessful people are typically extremely entitled. So if you're in any of those categories, change. The change always starts within, for sure, of course. So if you have the gift of somebody ever saying to you, you suck, your attitude sucks, if the first thing you do is point back at them and attack back and get supremely defensive, you're never going to change. If you actually let that sink in and actually think about it, and then maybe make some changes, then maybe, just maybe, you could be on the path to being more successful. I've read over 350 books on how to get rich, but there were 5 in particular that made me the most money. If you want to watch that video, click here.